Alright, let's see. Alright, character customization. Wait, where's the other options at? Hold on. Damn! Why does white man got all these hairstyles?
I ain't never seen no white person got their hair before.
They giving this nigga anime hairstyles?
First things first, welcome back to another video, and shout out my boy Morsel1 for giving me this video idea for my first essay on the channel. And this one's gonna be about the skit that started the video. How game developers kinda do us dirty when it comes to our black hair. So, as I was doing research for this video, I was originally intending to do it just straight up, all about the history and this and that, but as I actually did research, I came down to a really cool piece of information that next year we're supposed to be getting a full-on free database of 3D model black hairstyles, which anyone who plays any game that has character customization in it, and there's different races in it, everyone knows how trash our hairstyles can really look. They either have terrible texture, no lineups, or they just look like a fuzzy ball of just a clumped mess, rather than looking like legitimate hair. So instead, we're going to talk about how excited I am and kind of why this was needed and how I'm really excited to get some representation for black people's hair, because it is long overdue. Now, why I'm super excited to have this database is because black hair seems to always be a huge afterthought in games that aren't 2K or Madden, and even then they're kinda okay at best. They're never really the greatest. You will look at them and there'll be some solid options, but there's always something off with them, whether it is there isn't a lineup on the fade that's great, or the dreads look kinda clumped, there's no texture, right? They move kinda weird and stuff, and it just is sad because for games that have a league full of African Americans, to not be able to have them be there, it hurts to not have good hair in those types of scenarios. But it's not all impossible to make them. It's just small, minute differences that you can actually get improved by, having people make the hair. Which is why this database is so great, because you'll have black people who actually live with the hairstyle. They see all these different hairstyle stuff. They can make them and then try and get them into a way where they can actually interact. Because the biggest issue with this is going to actually be able to put them into games and then make sure they interact and they work and they move properly, because it takes a lot of work to do that. But with having a database that allows it, you can really get that. And it allows us to also do this without requiring mods. Because on PCs, you can mod it and you can just make a mod and do it. But you can't do that for stuff that are like mobile phones or on consoles, because they're closed systems. So how do you do that? You just make a database that's already full of those models already that you just then take and incorporate in your game as best you can. So it's really great. That we can get these hairstyles in the game. Now, it would mean we also can get more variations and better looking variations of afros, cornrows, and dreads, Jerry curls like they mentioned in the RDC video, and all of these things that just give us the representation and happiness that we've been preaching for in games. There's a post on Twitter that literally showed how bad the hair looked in Outriders. It looked nasty. And I really am hopeful that as this database gets more and more open and people may add more and more hair, that games will take more and more advantage of it and we get better hair. And we'll be able to be genuinely happy, and I'll be really cool at making myself in the game because, hey, guess what? I actually got good looking hair in the game for once. Something that I have not been able to say for years. Now, how we got to this point and what makes this database so special with this And the biggest thing is, it's a database for black people, made by black people. Because for the most part, any coding or databases or anything done by humans. And the thing is this, a lot of the people that have these development jobs, and a big reason why I want to get into development stuff is, it's made by white people. There aren't many black people, LGBTQ people, Hispanic people, disabled people. There just aren't many people who you could classify as a marginalized community in STEM fields. It is why you see these black for STEM things or women for STEM and all these little STEM projects to get communities into STEM, because it's dominated by white men mostly. And if there's one thing we can always say white people, and specifically white men, suck at, it is understanding black people's hair. They suck at understanding how to deal with our hair, the texture, the nuance, the looks, the feel, the movement of it, everything. They don't understand how our hair works. The fact of the matter, you can tell your friends that you got a clearer day for your schedule to do your hair depending on what hairstyle you choose to get, and a good chunk of white people won't know what that is. They're always shocked to hear that. It's just telling enough to do that. So yes, it is huge that we get this database, and it's super important. I'm super happy that we do get it, because at the end of the day, the gaming industry can and should do better, especially when it comes to hairstyles for non-white people. Especially when you can go into games and give them anime fucking hairstyle, but you can't even do us a fucking dreads. You can't even do dreads properly for us, or even fucking fade properly, bro. It's a fade. It can't be that hard. It is literally just a lined up fade. But you can put in these complicated ass anime hairstyles. Yeah, miss me with that. So yes, that's extremely why I'm super duper happy that we have it. And at the end of the day, the database is just going to be a nice start for, again, just representation for black hair that it rightfully deserves in video games, and it should have never taken this long to get it. I'm so happy that we got it. I'm really glad that we got it, and I can't wait to hopefully be able to use it in a video game that I make one day. So, first things first, shout out my boy Morris01 for the SI idea. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I will see you guys for the next stream and the next video, which, by the way, shout out my boy ET Hugs for. It's gonna be a fire idea. I hope y'all enjoy it. But with all that said, like, and if you're new, subscribe and that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop a fire video, and to make sure YouTube notifies you when I stream. Praying to God they do. Peace. I love each and every single one of you.